Hello viewers, welcome to Hila-P Sports and Entertainment TV. We are back again, and this is the midweek review. CBN, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
The Champions League is here, and what really played out yesterday, it's not. Although we expected some result to go as we predicted, but what really played out was the particular part one. But we'll come to that. Let us start with Atletico Madrid. Trashing Club Bridge right there, at Metropolitano Stadium there in Spain by 4-1 after a 3-3 draw in Belgium.
We everybody expected Atletico Madrid to come out on top in the second leg. I mean, what happened in the first leg was a
bit of. Can we say it's
I think I would say I'll give it to Club Brugge, a master class from Club Brugge. They did very well to come back in the game after going down 2 goals. By 2 goals, and then coming to Spain to Atletico Madrid. I mean, it wasn't going to be an easy game. This is Atletico Madrid, who is always in the Champions League every season, and they have a wonderful coach who is quite experienced. I mean, they've been in the Champions League final, I think, twice in the past 15 years or thereabouts. So you see the consistency in them, and the Champions League is one trophy that Diego Simeone would want to win one day. I mean, he's been doing all his best. So meeting Club Brugge at home was always. I think they were always going to be the better team out of the two at the end of the day.
Yeah, very right. They're a better team. And also, kudos to Nigerian winger, Demola, who scored and also assist home and away in the game. I think he really did well in this phase.
Yeah. I mean, since he signed for Atletico Madrid, I think he's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's been like, I think he's been like their best player since he was brought in from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So this is what every coach expects from a new signing. When you come in, just get on with it and then start giving them the performance they actually saw while they signed you. A lot of players will come into a new club and a new league, and then they'll take some time before they can be able to adapt. I think Ademola Lookman didn't need that. He's quite experienced. I mean, he has been played in the Premier League, has played in the Italian league. I think he has the amount of experience that is required of him to actually perform in any league in the world that he goes to.
Okay, now looking at the Newcastle Karabakh. Despite the beating Karabakh at home by 6-1, but in England, Karabakh really tried their best because they had to, be able to cover the deficit because beating them by, I think they Newcastle were 2 goals ahead before
they came back.
Before they came back and If you were the coach of Newcastle, I mean, if you were the Howie, you wouldn't prioritize. I think you would prioritize the next Premier League game over this particular encounter because you have done the job. In the first leg. I mean, the tie was already done and dusted after the first leg. So I think he benched a lot of players. Anthony Gordon came on in the second half, and Anthony Gordon, who scored I think 4 goals in the first leg. I think. You could see that he actually prioritized the next game, which is the Premier League, over this one, which is the right thing any reasonable coach should do. So, Karabakh, even though they knew it was already over, they just wanted to fulfill all righteousness and then fulfill their responsibilities and play the game. And I think they did well to reduce the deficit, to reduce the number of goals that they would have considered
at home to Newcastle. To game ended 3-2, which is just a fair result for them.
Okay, now the surprising one was the Leverkusen Olympiacos. Though we know Leverkusen we had 2 goals in the first leg, but they at home we are expecting them to score to at least get a goal, in front of their fans, but. At the end of the day, it ended the statement.
Yeah, if you watch the game, I think they were very careful.
Okay.
They were sitting very deep. They
not to concede.
Yes, of course. They only had 2 goals away. So they came the second leg with a mindset that, okay, we already won in the first leg and with a 2 goals deficit advantage.
Yeah.
So there is no need to take risks. They just took their
and looking at their at the moment, looking at the way they have been playing, their stats, within these months, you see that they're not that good. But for them to be able to get that 2 goals at Olympiacos, no, I think you're right. They have to sit back and say, no, we don't have to take the risk.
We don't have to put ourselves in, make ourselves vulnerable because these people are the ones who need the goals now.
Yeah.
So they'll come to us. Maybe we'll now try to get them on counter. And somehow the game ended in a stalemate, which of course is very okay for them. They don't actually need to win the game.
Definitely.
They just need to make sure they don't lose with the 2 goals margin. So that's just it.
Okay, now the surprising one, Inter Milan. Despite losing to Bodo Glimt 3-1 away, then at home, Inter was supposed to give all their best. These are finalists of the last season Champions League. You know, but Inter, well, I don't know whether they were played, because these boys, these Bodo Glimt boys, they play as if they are the back of oath. They were playing, I know, and not only that, they scored first. Scored the second. I think they scored first. I scored the second one before Inter had to come back and they scored.
And they equalized.
Got one just a goal.
Yeah, it's very shocking. It was a shocking result, actually. I mean, they were not really. I mean, I saw the game. Inter was having all the possessions.
Yes, they were.
It's not like Bodo Glimt had played them. Inter had, I think at the time it was the position was around 80 to 20.
Yeah,
80% to 20% for Bodo Glimt. I mean, for 80% for Inter Milan, 20% for. So, but Inter Milan somehow, in modern football, and Inter Milan who finished as the runners up last season, they are not able to get a goal. I mean, with all those possessions, it was shocking. It was a very shocking performance from them.
It was.
And I mean, I think it's kudos to Bodo Glimt, because if you watch the trend in the past couple of months now, they've beaten Man City, they've beaten Atletico Madrid, and they've now beaten Inter Milan home and away. I mean, when a club, no matter regardless of where they are coming from, they are from Norway, which is a league. In a league where you wouldn't expect anybody to get into the round of 16
at this stage,
it doesn't really. But now it doesn't really matter where they are from. I think what we should be talking about now is the consistency. They've been very consistent. I mean, for them to beat all the heavyweights they've beaten in the past few months, and now eliminating Inter Milan, I think I'll borrow that award. They are giant slayers. Of course, they are giant slayers.
Yeah, they are because if they can be able to beat Man City during the group stage, and also then Atletico Madrid, the same thing they did. No,
exactly.
No.
I think people should now be scared of them.
Definitely.
People should now take them serious. Maybe not being that scared, but at least take them serious. Because now they can hurt anybody.
Okay. Now, Stephen, are you saying that Inter really maybe is it that? But the first leg should have told them that no, these people cannot be taken for granted.
I thought after the first leg, they lost 3-1. I thought after the first leg they could have gone back to the drawing board and maybe watched their past. Of course, they must have done it, but somehow I think the coach has failed in his job.
Yeah,
that's just the summary, because I'm very sure they must have watched these people's last couple of matches where they beat Man City and Atletico Madrid.
So, and also their first leg.
And the first leg as well. So now the coach must have done whatever he could to at least salvage the situation for his team. But unfortunately, it did not work. And Bodo Glimt somehow, I think the coach, the Bodo Glimt coach, has been able to organize these players in such a way that they understand each other. They are playing for each other. Everybody, like every angle, every department, they are just so good.
Yeah.
In attack, they are very good. In defense,
they are good.
I mean, these people,
they are very good.
Manchester City 3-0 without conceding a goal. Now they beat Inter Milan 3-1 in the first leg, and now 3-2. Now 2-1 in the second. I mean, you could see the trend. They rarely concede goals. That shows to you how organized their defense is. And this is one of the features or characteristics of a team that will go deep into the Champions League season.
Okay, are you not saying that Inter manager is safe?
You know they are top of the Serie A right now. I think is the positive thing about him.
Look at
now.
Okay, look at the league.
Probably the board will look at.
Let us focus on the league.
Say, he's still top of the league.
We can focus on.
Maybe we can give him that grace. Let him finish the league.
Because for me, the performance of this 2-leg performance,
it's very poor. It's enough for him to be sacked. If he was fourth in the Serie A or fifth, I think there would have been the talk for him to be relieved of his duties would be very high now. But for the fact that I think he has a very great chance of winning the league. So they want to retain him. At least winning the Serie A is still an achievement this season, even though the Champions League remains one of their major need now, because they've been in the final. I mean, since 2010 they've not been able to win it. So they've been in the finals like twice in the past 5 years now, and they've not been able to win it. So they'll be disappointed. Definitely. The board will be disappointed. The fans will be disappointed because having lost the final against PSG last season, they will be thinking that okay, let's go again. They probably can do it. Go one way, one step ahead this time around. But for them to lose against Bodo Glimt, I mean, if they lost against Chelsea, Barcelona, PSG again, or Man City, or Arsenal, or Bayern Munich, I mean, people would not have had much problem with it. But losing against Bodo Glimt, I mean, that's bad.
Okay, giant, big European big guns, beware of the Norwegian outfit Bodo Glimt. If they get you, they don't send you. They don't send who you are. They will beat you. Only unless you take them serious. Because as my colleague said, you need to be very serious and you need to be very, very, serious with them. Because this team are not just a team to write off. You can't just write them off just by mail looking at them. Okay, this is Bodo Glimt. We can go there and we can go there and beat them. No, not like that. Now see how it goes after yesterday's second leg playoff. Now today we'll be looking at the second leg. I'll be back to discuss what to expect today in the second leg playoff. That will be in fact that is interesting one today. Yesterday one have been played. We saw the likes of Newcastle, Bodo Glimt, Atletico Madrid, and the Bayern Leverkusen, pulling through. Let's see how today's playoff, and that will definitely be back.